Hello, good evening.
Hi, Taryn. I love you.
I love you. How are we doing this fine evening?
Good.
Great.
Good.
Here, he's hot. He's hot. He's radiating. Hi, Mama. Hi, Carmen.
So, we have a lot of people checking in on TikTok and all over. So everybody's saying hi and stuff like that. So, Pennhurst Paracon right around the corner. Today's announcement was a wowza. I mean,
Yes,
Jack
it was.
Osborne. I was like,
Jack
what?
Jack Osborne is going to be at Pennhurst.
Yeah.
It was.
So that's exciting, right? I was excited. Just so you guys know, I collect vintage Playboys, and when I saw Bridget was going to be there, the Playboy side of that, I'm excited about. I'm like, yes, I'm like, woo! Maybe I can have her sign my book. Have her sign up my book.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Anyway.
she's going to be announcing like lectures and stuff like that.
Oh, cool! That's awesome. So let's get into it. I just want you guys quickly, for anybody that's watching and doesn't know you guys,
Joan,
say who you guys are, and then we're just going to jump right into Pennhurst, like the dates and how it's all going to go down, how it's going to work out, what's going to be, all of it.
Okay.
Shoot.
I'm Bob. Christopher.
And Jim Warner, he does.
Let him introduce
everything.
himself.
I will never turn down an introduction ever. I love that. Thank you so much, Gina. I'm Jim Werner. I'm the operations manager at Pennhurst at the Pennhurst site, and I am absolutely excited to talk about the incredible things that we have in store for everyone at the 2023 Pennhurst Paracon and Oddities Expo.
And Oddities Expo.
Exactly.
I'm curious about that one too. So Pennhurst is probably one of my most favorite places that I've investigated and have had the pleasure of being involved in a lot of. I helped out during the haunted season one year, with the public ghost hunts and stuff, but also the 2 Paracons. Now there'll be the 3rd one. I love Pennhurst. And I also did have a relative that was a resident there until he was 18. And then he was transferred to Hamburg State Hospital. So I do have a little bit of family roots that I don't know if that's really, I should be proud of that, but
well, it's certainly a notable, it's a fact that gives you a little bit of home base. Like it's closer to you. We have so many people involved with Pennhurst that have had experiences both with family members or friends of family members who were former residents when the site was open. But also we have so many people that were former, staff members that are involved with us as well. So it's amazing. You can't go very far in the state of Pennsylvania without finding somebody who has some sort of connection to our site. It's a very unique and interesting place.
It totally is.
Worked there or reported there or whatever.
I'm working with a place in Birdsboro, Bird Mansion, and one of the people on the board, her father used to work there up until into the late. I mean, they used to go there all the time. She used to go there all the time, and I keep wanting to get her to come on and talk about it because she's got a lot of stories about Pennhurst.
Right.
Good ones, you know what I mean? Like, like just historical facts about the place. It's amazing.
Right. And the historical facts, you can go on historical tours,
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. In fact, I mean, our historical program at Pennhurst has grown leaps and bounds. I'm actually quite proud about the idea that even when the rest of the world kind of shut down and COVID did this like hard reset, we doubled down and really went into archive, like retrieval of artifacts and really honing in on the history, the correct, accurate history of the site and the advocacy that we have kind of spearheaded on our end to be like, you know what? No, this site is so integral to the growth of civil rights for those with special needs. We need to do more, and that's expanded our history program. We're actually going to be offering as an add-on with our historians are coming in during Paracon. They're going to be doing walking tours of the site. So you can get a guided walking tour with one of our historians as an add-on that day, as an extra thing you get to do on top of meeting all these celebrities and these incredible vendors and everything else we have going on. You can actually take the walk and you can explore parts of the site that aren't available to the rest of Paracon, and learn a very accurate and very, I'll be honest, a very touching history. It is a very emotionally charged history, but it lays the foundation for why Pennhurst is such a paranormally active place, and why Pennhurst is such a place where so many people feel energized and feel connected and feel experience when they arrive on the site.
Yeah. Isn't it funny how many different people feel different things when they come on? Some really empaths really ground yourselves before you go there, but they will feel every emotion just walking down the street of all these different people,
Yeah.
And it's pretty intense.
The first time I went there, I definitely had things happen to me that had never happened before. However, after that, Rockwell's been my shit. Like,
I know.
That's the only place I want to go. Like, if you said, Karen, you get 24 hours in Pennhurst, my ass would be in Rockwell 24 hours.
I love it. Jim, I got a question for you.
Sure.
Now that Quaker is open, for all of you that didn't know, we could never go in Quaker before. Now Quaker is suddenly open. Now that housed the worst of the worst, like criminally insane type people.
Well, that's actually it's actually a bit of a misnomer. The Quaker is and has been known for the site staff as one of the most intense buildings. The experiences that we've had in there and that very select few workers and people that have been in that space have had has been very intense. The residents who lived there, I wouldn't call them the criminally insane. I certainly wouldn't say that they were the worst of the worst. The issue is that they had behavioral issues. And because Pennhurst was so overwhelmed with too many residents and not enough staff, when you have the behavioral problems, the non-compliance, and you put them all in one place, and that's kind of this is where we put our trouble youth or our trouble, it tends to kind of manifest those negative feelings and stuff.
Now, do you think because it's been closed for all that time, and with no human interaction, that now there's going to be, as a newly open building, a lot more activity, and it probably will lessen as time goes on?
Well, Quaker is very special, but on top of that, every single time that we have had the great opportunity to open a new area, we have had substantial evidence produced from those areas.
But you know what, though? And it doesn't surprise me, because no matter where you're at on that property, disembodied voices, shadow, like it's
just hoofs. Remember the horses we
heels? I remember hearing heels, and then I have the picture I got from one of the groups I took down to Rockwell, because that was my tunnel. But anyway, I took her down and we heard heels, and I said, take a picture. And at the end of the hall, it looks like a shadow of a nurse at the end of the hall.
Yeah.
Now, is the tunnel going to be open going into
yes. Yeah, we're going to have a variety of paranormally active areas open for exploration. With the different ticketing tiers, there's different things that you get. So your VIP guest is going to have access to more than your general access. I mean, of course, now we do expect that everybody's going to have a fantastic time. We have, so much open and so much planned. But it's a reward that if you're gonna kick up and treat yourself to a VIP ticket, well, you know that you're going to get some special experiences out of that, added areas.
And the supernatural VIP too.
Absolutely. And then the supernatural VIP is the granddaddy of them all. It really is. I can't think personally of a better way to visit Pennhurst than to go with the supernatural VIP, because it's everything. It's you get your VIP daytime access to the celebrities and the meet and greets and the different lectures. But then at night, whether you pick the Friday night or the Saturday night, you get to come in for a deluxe mixer where you're interacting, a special VIP only Q&A session panel, which is fantastic,
right?
And access to areas to paranormal investigate that we've never given to anyone before this event. So you are going to be some of the first people, especially that Friday night crowd, some of the first people ever to investigate some very surprise areas. Of course, Quaker's in that list, but we've got a couple other places up our sleeves that no one's ever investigated before, and we're not letting them know until they show up that night. It's going to be a big surprise.
So the interesting thing here is that what people don't understand is the money goes to the restoration of Pennhurst.
Oh, absolutely.
You become a part of Pennhurst's history by donating and helping to preserve it. I mean,
right.
The new roofs that have gone on. I mean, I have dedicated my time and money to Pennhurst, and I don't regret it because you see work being done there.
Oh, it's like a whole new place. I can't wait to go down there because now since we've been there, there's more buildings down. You guys were grading today in the courtyards for where the tents are going to be and all.
Yes, we were.
It's like every time you go, it is a complete utter change, and it's all for the better.
And that's something that, what a great point, because most people, a lot of people, whether the haunted attraction or the paranormal, some people, have, oh, I can't believe they're doing this stuff. And it's like, we are finding a way to maintain a historic site when no one else could do it, when no one else was able to do it. We are using our resources and we are growing this site. And I am so excited, especially for the people that have already come and visited us.
Yeah.
When they come out to this event, they are going to look around and they are going to go, wow, this place is coming along. This place is
coming back to life.
Yeah, exactly.
Back to life.
I mean, even
that's what I love.
To Devon, where a lot of the vendors are going to be in Devon. Those sold out almost instantly.
Oh, almost instantly, yeah.
And we announced it, and I think it was like that night we were down to a few things left, right? But now they open the courtyard, so there's going to be you can bring your own tent to go into the courtyard for a fee, and it's all on the site, or you can go under the tent. And I don't know if there are any left under the tent now.
I don't know. Although if people are interested and they're looking for more sites, they can always email me at operations@pennhurstasylum.com. I can get them squared up right away. I believe we are almost 100% sold out for our under the tent vendor spots. However, and this is the big thing, there's plenty of outdoor space. So if you have your own setup, your own tents, your own tables and stuff, we have room for that. And for those of you who've been to the grounds, I know a few of my vendors were a little concerned about like, oh, well, we've got security, that's for sure. But like, they're like, oh, well, I sell this and that person sells this. I'd hate to compete with them. And it's like
security, Jim.
And I'm sitting here like, do you have any idea how far apart you guys are? You might as well be on different planets,
Yeah.
So much
security
space.
Detail.
Oh yeah, we have an overnight security detail ready to go. And coincidentally, the areas where we have the vendors set up, first floor Devon, and the main Philly courtyard where the playground area stuff is, those areas are able to be completely blocked off. They'll be gated off and they'll be monitored. So there's no, you don't have to worry about your stuff safe. The only thing we can't account for is the weather. And I think that's going to work out really well too.
Oh, we've been through that. We've
Yes.
been through that before.
It's not going to be a
When it was like 115
Yeah.
degrees.
We'll have to figure out, do we like, it's heat, rain. I'm going to be honest. I think we're due for exceptionally good weather. So that's what I'm
I
going
think
with.
it's. I
We're
think
due.
May is a
It's gonna
good time.
May is a great month.
Yeah,
I
it really is.
was really worried about July when I first did that one. I
Um,
did voice my
We tried.
for
That was rough.
We gave it our best effort.
Jim,
We
it's
did.
Operation
You know what?
Ourselves.
Pennhurst
Everybody was
That's-
happy though.
Yeah,
Like
that's
everybody
what
was
happened.
happy.
Yes, it's
put into it.
Operations.
operations at pennhurstasylum.com.
Okay, wait, I have a dumb
But
question.
everybody put
Is
in
it
so
at
much
or
work.
is it the at sign?
At sign. At.
I totally typed out AT.
It's my email.
I'm reading this. I'm like, wait a minute.
It's the
I'm
interweb.
glad I picked that before I put that up.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm blonde. What do you want from me? I can't be smart all the time.
Pennhurstasylum.com. Pennhurst.com is just going to crash into nowhere.
All right, wait. Let me do it. Oh my God. I almost put myself in timeout by accident.
I should have made it my name. I should have put Jim Pennhurst operations at pennhurstasylum.com. That's what I should have done.
So it's operations.
Jim, I do everything at Pennhurst.
Yeah. Operations at pennhurstasylum.com. And if you're interested in vending, if you just have questions, hit us up, because I love answering my email. I love being helpful.
Come on,
Yeah,
Taryn.
he
This is
really
only an hour
is.
show here.
He
I
really,
know.
I'm telling you, this guy, he knows it all, and he's just so. This is him. I mean, he is this kind. I remember the first time I met you,
So,
and it was the first Paracon, and I was like, we got to go here. Yeah, we have all these people going all different.
And I was just like, we're good. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So
Just
calm.
have these over here, those over there. It's fine, And you guys, I mean, between our crew, we knew what we were doing. Your crew, you guys are just phenomenal. It was perfect.
it was fun. It was hard.
It was a lot of work.
A lot of hard work for
Yeah, it
sure.
was a lot of
Oh
work.
yeah. There's
A lot of
nothing
hard work.
easy. There's nothing easy about the running or operations of Paracon. There's nothing easy about the build up. The easy part for me is how exciting it is to watch people enjoy what we collectively have been able to put together for them.
Yeah.
Another fun thing, because we're talking about the cruise, there's a solid chance that some of my investigators and some of my staff from Eloise is coming out to assist us at Pennhurst. So you get to get a little bit of that Midwestern customer service flair as well.
Oh,
bless
that's
you.
awesome.
I'm going to be honest. I've been both places. Midwesterners typically are nicer than everyone on the East Coast.
God.
So they are
Oh,
a special type of people out there. They're so kind.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Will there be a map to know where people are going to be located, and how does the photo ops work?
Oh, well, those are both excellent questions. So we are going to have signs posted around. We will post on our social media a map of the site, probably sometime Friday, the day before. Unfortunately, it's such a big event with so many moving parts. To put together a concise schedule is only going to disappoint people when 2 hours later I have to change it. And the map though will be very good. We're going to have a collection of celebrities in Devon. We're going to have a collection of celebrities outside. So you're not going to end up in that big herd of people waiting to see the 10 special guests. You get to kind of wander around, and if you look over and there's a big long line, well, you go to this line instead, and then you come back.
Yeah.
So there's lots of variety, lots of ability to move around, but we will have a site map without question. And that'll be available through social media. So it's digital, obviously. That's the way of everything anymore. And the way the photo ops are going to work, very similar to photo ops at any convention.
Yeah.
You're going to have your special guest celebrities. You're going to go up. You're going to get your quick handshake, big thumbs up, big smile, and you're on your way. The photo ops and the meet and greets will, are two different things. So, your meet and greet is where you get to have a little bit of time with the celebrity. A photo op is quick on your way.
Yeah.
And of course they're included. That's what you guys are paying for with your entrance.
The way that it's written up for the meet and greets, though, it's only like a certain time for, say, Kindred Spirits, and then a certain time for the Ghost Hunters, and a certain time for Destination Fear. They're doing a Q&A and stuff like that. So watch the times, as to who you want to be with, and that will all be in Quaker.
Well, so we have a couple different areas. So some things will be in Quaker. Remember, we have all these amazing places to work with. And once again, we have such incredible celebrities coming out. If they want to be somewhere, we're going to let them be there. Do you know what I mean? So if they're like, I'd really like to do my thing and here, well, sure thing. And that's another reason why we can't solidify, because we want them to be so comfortable with the space, and we want them to be excited to be there. Nothing worse than putting them behind a table under a tent and that's not what they wanted.
Throw them a bottle of water.
Right?
Well,
That's what most places do, actually.
All the ice melted. Here's your lukewarm bottle of water.
Every time we do this, we do it a little different, so it gets bigger and badder. And
Yeah.
I think we answered this one, right? Did we answer this?
Yes.
Well, the celebrities are going to be at the 2023 Pennhurst Paracon.
It's huge.
May 20th and 21st. Friday, Saturday. It's Friday for the Super VIP. Saturday is Sunday. That's where the celebrities are. They're going to be accessible. You're going to be able to see them. You're going to be able to get photo ops. It's just a great chance to come out and meet some great people and see some incredible stuff. Because, man, there's so many awesome stuff happening this year.
And we have the Sick Act coming back too. Those people, those
we
actors.
do. We are working on a few different oddity and sideshow performers for this year. Very excited for that. Once again, they'll be performing in the courtyards. Will there be people to show us where we are going to have our table? If you were a vendor?
Yes.
So our vendor game has. We are really kicking up the vendor game a notch. Not only will you have somebody to show you directly where your table is, but your table will be numerically assigned to you, so you know it's yours and you've got your little number. We have specialty parking for our vendors. We have vendor liaisons assigned to each of the vendor sections, the inside, the outside under the tent, and the outside overall. Their job for the entirety of Paracon is to make sure that our vendors are okay, make sure that our vendors are doing well, and then answer questions and solve problems. You'll have your own dedicated concierge for all intents and purposes. Now you got to share them with some other vendors, but they're there for you. So yes,
fits in on that too.
Oh, absolutely. So yeah, we absolutely will have somebody who'll help you to your table. We have carts that you're going to be able to utilize if you need them.
Golf carts?
No, push carts to load up merchandise and stuff.
Yeah, Jim. For my security detail, I'm gonna need a golf cart.
The golf cart, right? I'm gonna have the two golf carts. I have the one golf cart riding in front of mine just to clear the riffraff.
Air horns, but the vendors are going to be. I mean, we got some pretty amazing vendors, us included. We're also going to have a table.
Absolutely. One of the most incredible things about the vendors this year. I'm very excited because we have such a diverse variety of vendors who still kind of fit in the fold of what we're going for. We have paranormal teams that are going to have their own tables to talk about what they're doing. We have psychics, we have mediums, we have empaths, we have readers, we have every sort of maker and production type, I make this, I make that, unique things. There's a Ouija board, a roving Ouija board museum that's coming out to show off their cool stuff. We have a hearse club coming out with all these antique hearses. So much interesting things to see that's coming from the vendors. And the great thing is we added the oddity spin to it, and it brought in a whole new eclectic variety of just such unique vendors. I think that if you're a hard to shop for person, if you're the type of person who's always looking for that neat, little thing, this is the show to check it, because there's just so much. I went through the categories because I have to move them around and make sure, once again, you want to make sure you separate out the vendors so nobody's competing right next to somebody. And they wow, like such cool stuff. And then I'm looking at the stuff, their designs, and we have their emblems and stuff, so we're going to be doing some lead up to advertisement with them. And it's so cool. I couldn't be more excited. I'm going to go broke, because there's so much cool stuff.
You're thinking man,
get all our paranormal equipment here too.
I'm gonna have to start an OnlyFans before this, like a month, and so I can make some money.
Yeah, my OnlyFans isn't doing very well, but hey, who knows?
I'm like, this is gonna be awesome. So you almost want it to be like more days. You know what I mean? Like there's not gonna be enough days.
I know it's gonna go by like that.
It will.
It always does. You'll find me in Rockwell. That's where I'll be.
Well, that's cool that it's open up.
Are lectures included in the cost?
So yes, some lectures are. We're going to have a couple different variety of lectures. We're going to have some para-celebrities who have topics that they'd like to expand on. But we also have some different equipment vendors that want to talk about their newest products and introduce them to the paranormal community. So, yeah, those are included, and it's a great chance to get out of the sun, get under a tent, learn something. That's the great part about a lecture, is you're going to learn something. You're going to take something away from it, which is always so great.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I'm going back and making sure.
You are coming. I hope, right? Because we need you.
How many people? Lots of people are coming.
Brian
is part of our crew. Brian is definitely coming. He's one of the celebs. He's a ex-ghost hunter.
Yep. Yeah, he's from the Ghost Hunters. Yep. Him and Rochelle. I like to call them. Rochelle. So, all right. So everybody's going to have a chance. So what are the different tiers? Are tickets left for stuff? So
there are still plenty of tickets left. Remember, Pennhurst is huge, and
yes.
For those of you who are familiar with the haunted attraction, we are very, very good at crowds. We're very good at accommodating people. So the Supernatural VIP, which enables you to take part in either the Friday night or the Saturday night ultra experience with our celebrities, with ghost hunting, with a meet and greet, with a mixer. Who knows? And you're going to have me probably emceeing, telling you about all the cool stuff you're going to get to do. So that sells it right there.
There it is. You don't need anything else.
Right? It's going to be a spectacular night. We still have a very, and I mean very, limited amount of those left. If you wanted to do the Supernatural VIP and you haven't gotten your ticket yet, I am telling you, just go get it, because we are going to sell out, and it's imminent. Like in the next day or two, they're going to be gone.
How much are the tickets?
The Supernatural, I have no idea. I came so unprepared.
Those are $299.
$299.
No, the VIP is $99. I believe the Supernatural is $299.
Supernatural is $299.
$299. That is correct.
And
now,
that gym includes everything?
That's everything.
You can do whatever you want.
It's your $99 VIP level. You have that level. You get your front of the line access. You get your own little line. You have your VIP hospitality tent during the show. But then it's those nighttime. It's that nighttime add-on, man, because you're going to get to investigate in Pennhurst with some celebrity ghost hunters. You're going to get to investigate in areas that no one has had access to before this weekend, ever. That's why I'm so excited for the Friday night, because the Friday night's going to be the first people in these two secret areas ever.
That means
ever. It's huge.
Well, yeah, I said to Sherry, because I asked Sherry, when she was going to, and she told me, and I said, well, we're on the same night then, because we're going to be doing it. The last VI party was epic. I don't think there's a party, right?
So the last VIP party was pretty epic. We added it at a neighboring golf course. There was a mixer, there was a meet and greet, and it was a wonderful time. Great food, a lot of fun. This one's going to be different, because this time around, we are keeping it all on property. So
who wants to leave Pennhurst?
Who wants to, and it's mind blowing. You're gonna trust me, when you show up, you're gonna be like, I can't believe we got to do that.
Yeah.
And it's going to be so exciting. We are working overtime, 12, 14 hours a day to make sure that everything is perfect. And the areas that we're going to have for you guys, man, you're going to be like, wait, what? We get to do what? Where? Really? Yes, really. Yes, really. It's so exciting.
This is turning out to be like the biggest Paracon on the
Yeah.
coast, like ever.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
awesome. I remember when Pennhurst opened their first year for the haunted attraction. I was on it because I usually go to Eastern State.
So was I. First
Yeah.
year, 2010. I was a customer back then.
Yes, I was a customer, and I was like, walking in there, I was like, I'm all about the haunted attraction. I'm like, but man, would I love to get into these buildings. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
as on the paranormal side of things. I mean, when you walk on the property, you feel it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You feel it,
You can't wait from
and they wanna play.
Yeah.
They do. They want to interact. They want to talk. I'm telling you, like when I brought groups down the rock, when I was doing the Rockwell Tunnel and I was bringing groups of 25 people down at a time, I would take them. I would let everybody go first, and then I'd walk behind them.
You go.
Yeah, and then I would go,
Kick 'em
and
in
then. And, so I made sure everybody was in there first, and so many people of all those big groups during the day either walked out with EVPs, they walked out with photos, they walked out with, so it doesn't matter that there's going to be all these people there. Pennhurst doesn't shut down.
Nope.
No, it really doesn't. I feel the lesson is always that paranormally investigating at Pennhurst is very consistent in the grand scheme of things. It is a very consistent place to investigate, and very rarely does outside forces have any influence. It doesn't matter if it's cold, doesn't matter if it's hot, doesn't matter if it's raining, doesn't matter if it's dry, doesn't matter if there's 30 people, doesn't matter if there's 3. Things happen.
It doesn't matter if there's 2,000.
Stuff happens. It doesn't matter if it's 114 degrees outside.
No.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, you want to get in there to get a little cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, most of my best evidence, like ever, over all the years of investigating,
Yeah,
been during the day.
Yeah, Pennhurst never disappoints ever. I promise you that. Even at a big event. I mean, it just. Let me see. Would you be able to upgrade your ticket if they are not sold out?
Yes, you would be able to upgrade your ticket. You'd have to email us, and we can get that set up for you. But you would be able to upgrade up to a higher level. I will say, without question, day of, the Supernatural VIP is gone. There's just no chance.
Right.
Yeah, don't
unless maybe we do a giveaway and we give one away. Who knows what we'll do, because Paracon's supposed to be fun and exciting, and who knows. But there may still be some VIPs left, and you would be able to upgrade your standard admission to a VIP admission if there is a corresponding, one left. So that may be an option day of, but I would advise people, Pennhurstasylum.com, operations at Pennhurstasylum.com. Hit me up. And I'll give you some directions, and we'll get it worked out.
So, I know you said this, but just repeat the difference between the VIP and the VIP Supernatural. VIP.
So our VIP is a VIP ticket. There's going to be a VIP hospitality tent. You're going to get expedited access to our celebrities. You're going to have your own little VIP line that kind of bumps you up and past the GA line. There is areas day of that are only open to VIP pass holders.
Okay.
So if you want to see Quaker, go in Quaker, take photos in Quaker, you're probably going to want to have that VIP ticket. There may be some other areas.
Let me run this by you too now.
Basically, you don't want to be Gen Pop. You want to be.
Well, don't get me wrong. The general admission
still get it.
is absolute incredible value. Just the celebrity encounters and our vendors alone, and the site. Let's not forget that the backdrop to this whole story is one of the most visually stunning properties that you could possibly visit.
and the museum and the history tours
Exactly.
and the parks and
Yeah.
the things
So
that go
the
on.
general mission, you still get to
And
meet
the
the celebrities. You
vendors,
still get in.
vendors.
You go to the lectures too. You get to
You
go
get
to
Yes, you would
the
have access to the lectures. You'd have access to the different panels that we're having. That's all. Now, granted, the VIP gets the first couple of rows though.
right.
So it's, that's kind of how that works out. VIP gets their priority
Right.
seating.
I mean, if you put in the money for it, like that's why you guys have that kind of stuff,
Yeah, absolutely.
So
The
that's only fair.
weekend pass, all the things are listed on the site, at pennhurstasylum.com, and
Yes.
all the things are listed. I printed them all out, right? So you have your weekend pass, which is $50. Your supernatural VIP is $2.99. The VIP is $99. So all these things are different. Everything that comes with is listed nicely on the site. So when you can read exactly, what he's saying, you can read exactly what you're ordering and getting. But again, like what he said about them being gone, they will be gone quickly.
Yeah.
So
So
don't hesitate.
sorry, Gina. For the vendors that are watching, are doors opening for vendors, and are there anything that vendors need to know prior to coming to the property?
Well, so we launched a Facebook page to answer questions literally live. They post and I immediately answer. That's something fun for our vendors, and they can, interact a little bit and, but for the vendors, some of the most important things, Saturday morning, our gate opens for vendors at 6 a.m. So they are able to enter the site at 6 a.m. to set up. Remember, VIP entrance starts at 10 a.m. So we're giving them ample time to come in, get set up. We're going to have a lovely little vendor welcome area. We're going to make sure that you meet your liaison, you get to your spot. We give you carts so you can put your things on and get them into Devon or into the courtyards or wherever you're going to be. We're, hoping, and this is kind of the big thing, is that our vendors are kind of be turned off at around 10, because once the customers start coming in, we can't have vehicles moving around. We can't, you know what I mean? So it's important to get there between that 6 and 10. If you're a vendor that can't, they need to reach out to me, and all of them have my email. So we can make accommodations. I don't want to cut anybody out, but if I don't know, I can't help you.
Right.
But
he's going to be sending emails about this information to you this weekend.
yes, we are going to be sending an email blast out to all of our vendors, and of course posting on the Facebook page as well for them. So they know, they'll know overhead where the indoor Devon deluxe vendor spots are. They'll know where the outdoor under the tent spots are. They'll know where the open air spots are. They'll know where the food is. They'll know where we're going to do our meet and greets. They'll be able to see where things are around them. And I think that helps them out quite a bit, because they're like,
Absolutely.
we're not going to have any vendors in a place where they're just by themselves. They're going to be, and any vendor is going to be within 50 feet of a meet and greet, a celebrity encounter. They're going to be within 50 feet of a lecture. They're going to be within 50 feet of food. They're not all at once, but they're all near something that's going to draw. And we specifically laid it out that way to make sure that we have this constant flow of guests passing by our vendors, encountering our vendors. I've used this in the past at other large scale events, and it's always been so successful for the vendors. And I'm excited. It's modeled after some of the biggest conventions in the world.
Yeah, we've sold a lot of tickets for entry as it is, so there's going to be a lot of people perusing your tables. So,
So it's Friday, and
Go to-
Saturday.
Friday night is
Friday night is exclusive, is the exclusive ghost hunt and paranormal super experience for our supernatural VIP. Saturday, Sunday is the actual Pennhurst Paracon and Oddities Expo, with a Saturday morning arrival for our vendors, a Saturday late morning arrival for our guests. We wrap things up around 5 o'clock, and then once again, our supernatural VIPs, they get to stay. And they get to experience all kinds of different things. And another little extra that might get you some extra time if you're interested, which we'll be launching in the next week or so. It's a surprise, but in the next week or so, there will be another exclusive experience that will happen after the close of Paracon that is its own little add-on event. So something extra that's not the supernatural, because that is going to sell out. This is us just, something else that's really, really cool.
For Sunday night.
Awesome. For Sunday night.
Well, Sunday night, we're doing a traditional ghost hunt.
Regular.
It's our normal paranormal investigation at Pennhurst. None of the hubbubaloo, none of the celebrities, but just great ghost hunting throughout our entire property with our fantastic ghost investigators.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Isn't it fun? I mean, we've been waiting for this.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, it's a lot of hard work, but at the end of the day, when you're done, I remember us going back to our rooms and we were just like, that was a fucking awesome day. like we worked our asses off, but it was so fun and not in the heat of it, but afterwards when you look back and like all these cool things happen and like you have fun there, and you can see the people no matter what, they're having a great time.
Oh yeah. Yep.
No matter what, the people that put paid to be there, and the people that are meeting their favorite celebrities and all this and that. I mean, and then being in the middle of Pennhurst, like if you've never been there, it's actually like when I first went, it took my breath away. Like you feel like you're kind of like engulfed in these like awesome old buildings, and you're just like standing in the middle of them, and you're like, oh wow,
Yeah, when you're driving in, you're driving through a vortex as soon as you get in there.
Yeah, it's just it's so cool. And I'm excited it's happening. I missed it. As soon as I heard it was happening, I was like, yes.
We got such cool evidence. No matter where you go, like we were just standing outside the hospital, and we were pretending that, I was the nurse and I had to line up all the people that were with me. I said, okay, well, this one's here for, she can't sleep, and I said, what should we do? And I got an APP, no kidding, that said, put her to work. I was just like, oh my God. So, it was just the craziest thing. But we were getting really legit answers to all these weird, the people were starting to say, what's wrong with you? And they were saying some pretty crazy things. We were getting really cool answers to those specific things.
And it happens any time of the day. Anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime. I mean,
my most, what I would call my most memorable encounters on site, and I'm there all the time. My most memorable encounters universally have all happened during the day. Every single one of them has been during the day, and I'm there day and night. And the encounters where I was like, every one of them was during the daytime. My number one encounter with King down in Mayflower Basement, daytime. My encounter in the tunnels with the spirit of a little boy, daytime. My encounters with hearing voices screaming help in the middle of the property, daytime. I've
heard 2 psych screams, and that's happened both during the day.
Yeah. I mean, best evidence ever. 15 apparitions walking on the flare, daytime.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I was going to ask you what your experience was like that's your most memorable. But for me, I mean, like I said, Devin, I've gotten full sentences.
Oh yeah,
not Devin. I'm sorry, Rockwell. Full sentences and just that I heard a psych scream down there, and I actually thought it was a person. I got mad because I thought they were being a-holes. I was like, I was running down there like, and I'm running down there, and there's nobody down there. Then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh shit. Who was just screaming like that, having a psych fit, and now I'm down here by myself.
I find a lot of the time I actually ignore most evidence that most people like, oh my God. And I don't care because I'm working and I'm doing stuff. Like, so for me, it's like, okay, you know what I mean? I'm right on to the next thing. So like when I have an experience that actually like hits, it's like, whoa, like, oh, cool. More often than not, I'm trying to track down the trespasser instead of actually considering it as a paranormal. But then I do my due diligence, and sure enough, it's something beyond what I can explain. So
Never go anywhere without your recorder at the
Ever.
ever.
Yeah, me and Sabrina were working the Rockwell tunnels, and we were having people coming out with pictures. I mean, there were people that were there that didn't believe in the paranormal stuff. They were just there, like going because their friends were going. And I remember talking to these people before going into they were going. Me and Sabrina were at the Philadelphia tunnel. We were switching, so we were at the Philadelphia
I
tunnel.
got a body in Philadelphia too on the flare.
Well, this woman, they went down there, and I feel you might remember this because she came out like really freaked out.
Yes, I do remember her.
She was not a believer. She was just there to go with her friend because her friend needed somebody to go with, and she got touched in Philly, and something else happened down there, and she came running out in tears. She was like, not that. I mean, you have to understand some people that they don't, they're not around it. They don't understand it. We calmed her down and she was okay. Nothing was trying to hurt anybody, but she had an experience that she wasn't expecting to have because she didn't believe.
Yeah. But that's always the case. The newbies are the ones that get it.
Yeah.
All the time.
By the end of it, she was like, I'm a believer now. I'm a believer now, and
yeah. So, one of the reasons that I actually, especially at Pennhurst, why I feel that new investigators have so much success, and it's a very specific thing to Pennhurst. New investigators very rarely are aggressive. They're very tentative. They're very, unsure. And because of that, they tend to be a little more reserved in their investigating. They're not boisterous. Oh, show yourself. Throw this across push me down the stairs. There's none of that.
Yeah,
so
at all.
Pennhurst responds exceptionally well to that, to acting kindness and not being disrespectful and being cognizant to the residents that live there. They were people, and if we treat them as people and we practice kindness, things start happening way more. And I think that's one of the reasons that our newbie investigators, and especially our non-believers, they walk in and they're just kind of tentative. They're looking around, and then next thing you know, something's pulling on their keys.
Yeah.
Because they're just existing in the space. They're not forcing or being loud and verbose. So it's cool.
One time, just for a regular ghost hunt that we had, a woman was we were in the basement in Mayflower, and we had one of our cats. I don't know where it's around here, something right there. Right, the cat's going off, and the kids are playing with the cat, and the lady was like, "Well, I'm a nurse," and then I was like, "Oh, well, that's nice, so that you understand there, So we had the cat's going off, and it's going off and going off, and the lady all of a sudden went, "Well, don't you touch that cat anymore. Step away from that cat." I'm like, "What are you doing?" I made her leave. I was just like, that poor child, right?
You just yelled at them. Why'd you yell at them?
Why would you do that, right? And I'm like, "You're out of here." All right, because now traumatized the poor traumatized child already. You're taking away anything good that this poor kid has had in its life, for
you have to ponder the logic of, I'm going to go on a paranormal investigation. I'm experiencing paranormal activity, and I want them to stop. Stop it. What?
Right.
What?
Why would you go?
You picked the wrong hobby. You picked the wrong profession. What are you doing?
Right.
Hey, don't move that toy across the floor, said no paranormal investigator ever.
I hate when they say, "Oh, if you do this again, I'll leave." And I'm, "No, you're not."
You do this again, I'm setting up more cameras.
Yeah, like, don't say that because then we're gonna leave. Like just don't make that an option. I don't know why people say it. I love it there.
Yeah, you get more
respect. Yeah. You give them respect.
Yeah.
Yep. 100%. 100%.
I think treating them like humans beings, and this and that, I think is what they're not used to. That I think they love, but they also do have, a lot of them have the mind frames of little kids as well, because they never developed, and so a lot of it is trickster stuff and playing games and you know,
playing, toys,
yeah.
There's the adults, like you said, they have a lesser mindset. So, know your audience, but definitely speak slower to them. You might have to ask the same question a few times, so just, again, know your audience.
Yeah.
Where
I've seen people with results of sitting on the floor and playing with toys. One of the most common experiences I have is I have my big janitor key ring that I wear at Pennhurst, and it'll get jingle, jingle, jingle. I'm standing there, not moving, jingle, and I'm like, oh, they're playing with my keys. They like my keys.
cool.
You know?
Cool.
It's awesome.
Where will the lectures be at? Will they be in
So-
one building or?
We are still finalizing whether we're going to put the lectures in a building or if we're going to have them in an outdoor space.
Okay.
We don't want to have to shoehorn people in and overcrowd an area. And unfortunately, that is kind of one of the hiccups of having a building is you've got walls. Under the tents, we can expand, we can grow and stuff. But we may have more than one lecture area as well. So there's going to be lots going on. We're going to have a great itinerary, a great schedule of events. So you're not going to miss any of the big stuff. And everyone will have a fantastic time meeting the celebrities. I saw someone drop Matt's name, Matt Herzog, one of our owners at Pennhurst, and
He must be watching.
I think he probably is. But if all those watching at home need to know that the reason that Pennhurst Paracon is becoming one of the largest paranormal conventions East Coast in the country with this level of celebrity and this level of interaction and this level of stuff is Matt. Matt goes big and we never go home.
Well,
So we go big. That's what we do.
I'll say this about Matt. When we were at the first Pennhurst Paracon, or maybe it was the second, it was when it was really hot and this and
Yes.
that.
Yep.
Matt worked his ass. I mean, like his customer service. Like I witnessed that in the background. Like I would watching him, and you know what I mean. And like I was walking groups around. I was walking some groups around, and I was there for the night ghost hunt as well. And Matt was like rolling around, like, "Do you guys need water? Do you guys need this?" Like asking all these people this. And I said, "Wow, his customer service is. You need that."
You would never expect an owner to put that level, especially an owner who has built a team to build these events and support these events.
Yeah.
But Matt is hands-on and he puts everything into it. Absolutely everything into it. There's no one on the property who's going to work harder than Matt the day of the event. That I'm sure of.
And there were some concerns brought
Everybody
to him,
works
and
Everybody
he handled it. He said, "I'm going to take care of this right now," and and he did. I mean, so it's he definitely probably lost some pounds and didn't get any sleep.
I think everyone lost probably 6 pounds each day.
This year probably like,
in my
all right, my doctor's gonna have to call me in some Xanax for a little bit, just for 3 days, so I can take something to calm my head down. But everybody works together to try to
Absolutely.
get it done.
Absolutely.
Is the goat still there?
The goat was rehomed and is doing wonderful. But
Awesome.
Pennhurst was not a place for a goat.
I was so worried about that damn goat all weekend. I was like,
So
trying to get
everyone was
water.
worried. Everyone was worried about the goat, and I'm very happy to say that goat is extremely spoiled and has been rehomed and is doing very, very well.
I
Good.
named it Penny. Short
Yes.
form. But yeah, I was like feeding it and giving it water. I was trying to find. Bob's like, "Where's Tyler?" Gina's like, "Probably with the goat."
So I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
I
A
know. I had
goat?
to show him pictures because he didn't believe me. I'm like, "There's a goat." And he's like, "Nuts." I'm like, no.
And it was just wandering on its own. It was doing its own thing.
Yeah.
It was wild because at one point I was like, I believe I have to have a different standard for my food setup because there's a petting zoo, but I didn't plan for a petting zoo.
And I'm like bringing it chicken fingers and like I'm trying to feed it.
Right.
Will it be the same food as last time?
We are going to have a fantastic selection of food this year. Your traditional, convention fare, the burgers and that kind of stuff. Really, really high class type fare. We're very excited for the food. It's going to be, not that our food wasn't good before. We always strive to produce fantastic food, but we are going to have really good food this year. Of course, we're going to do our water ice and that kind of stuff. The things to expect to one of our events. So
I love the bats too. I already talked
I
about
know.
that earlier. I said I love that it's a bat. So is it still a bat sanctuary for anybody that's watching?
it is still a sanctuary. We still the rescue that had released bats still has our complete permission to keep releasing bats on property. Another interesting thing, we have buzzards. We have turkey vultures on site, and they are having baby turkey vultures. So now I guess technically we're a turkey vulture sanctuary now, because we have a whole flock of them, and we actually have three separate deer herds on property, healthy, strong, well fed, and then gophers and possums and
I'm gonna have to take extra Adderall.
I'm going to see the animals.
Let's go. What?
I know.
Be chasing animals around.
Legs
I'm a 3-year-old. You're just gonna be running around. Everybody knows me, knows where I'm gonna be.
I'm gonna catch a baby buzzard.
Aaron's gonna try to bring a baby buzzard.
I think they're going to be. We've got a month. We have 1 month till Paracon. I think they're going to grow up a little bit. They might be flying by then, or they could just be little, hairless chickens. I don't know the growth cycle. Yeah.
This is going to be awesome.
Is it all like wheelchair accessible too?
So all of the Paracon is wheelchair accessible. We have ramps, we have accessibility, we have handicap parking. The paranormal investigation and the supernatural VIP does have some limitations because of use of the upper floors of some buildings. So that is an issue. However, as is our history, anytime that someone needs an accommodation, like if they are wheelchair bound or they're we can get people up to a second floor to investigate. We can do that. So, we just ask them to be patient and work with us, but we're pretty darn good about making sure that everybody gets the same levels of accommodation that everyone gets. We want everybody to have the same show.
Yeah, right. Everybody to have a good time, and everybody will. And I already know that only because I worked 2 of them before, and I know, you see all the positivity and all the feedback. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yes. What buildings will be open? Will the administration building be open?
No, come on. No. So the administration building is the worst building in the world to try to paranormal investigate, because we purposely turned it into a haunted house.
Yeah, but
you can't investigate in there because it's a haunted house.
Because it's a haunted house.
It's a haunted house. It's literally there's bells and whistles and motion sensors and IR and speaker. No, it's the worst place in the world to investigate. Yep. It is haunted. I will tell you that it is haunted, but it's just a bad place for investigation. So we're gonna have the Devon building open. We're gonna have Mayflower open. We're gonna have our tunnels open. We're going to have Quaker open, and we will have other areas open. But that's a big secret that you have to show up to experience.
Nice try, Darren.
He knows what he's doing.
Look, Jim knows. He's like, this. She ain't getting nothing over on me.
No.
No, I think it's cool that you're waiting to surprise. I mean, it's like the element of surprise. I love it. So doors close at 5, and then people just come back again the next day, 10 o'clock.
And that's the best thing. So it's 10 o'clock for our VIP guests and our supernatural VIP guests. It's 11 o'clock for general admittance. And the great thing about the 2 days, and because people were asking, like, well, why aren't you doing a single day ticket? And it's like, well, because we'd rather give you both days for that price. Like, why would we charge you $50 for each day? That doesn't make any sense. Let's do both. So the great thing is, let's say you come in and you're enjoying yourself, and I want to do this again, or I want to meet this person again, or I want to get another photo. You just come back the next day. You got 2 days. Right. And Sunday, Saturday is going to be a full house, and we know that. But Sunday shouldn't be too bad. You should be able to maybe get a couple extra minutes with that celebrity that you really, really wanted to ask that extra question, or maybe you hit up that vendor that they were just getting swamped the day before and you just want to have some time with them, or that paranormal group that you just want to touch base with. That's the joy of Sunday. Sunday is always a more personal experience. It's a much more immersive personal experience. So that's why we did the 2 days.
Yeah, but you did say something about choosing one or the other, a Friday night or a Saturday night.
That is correct. So if you purchased the Supernatural VIP, you get access to an evening of paranormal debauchery. No, it's our super experience.
Paranormal
So
Candyman.
when you buy that ticket, you pick if you want to come in on Friday night for your VIP super experience or Saturday night. You get one or the other.
Okay.
When you show up and you bought that, you're going to get a celebrity mixer. You're going to have celebrity Q&A and panels. You're going to have paranormal investigating of areas that up till then have never been investigated. You're going to be able to investigate with some celebrities.
Right.
So much is going on. It really ups the ante.
Does that end at 1 o'clock?
I'm not 100% sure. I believe it ends at 1. But I'm not looking at my watch. So
the night ones?
Yes, I believe they're gonna. Yeah, because they're gonna go 5 o'clock till 1 in the morning.
How many buildings do the $99 VIP get to investigate?
Well, they're going to be able to go into multiple areas. They're going to be in the tunnels. They're going to be in parts of Devon. They're going to be in parts of Mayflower. They're going to be in parts of Quaker. They're going to have access to those areas. If they'd like to investigate while they're in there, they can. But remember, it's a shared space. So it's much more, I'd count it more as getting to experience the space, take your photos. But your formal investigation, breaking out all the equipment, sitting quietly, you're going to want to upgrade to your Supernatural VIP, or you're going to want to grab one of those Sunday night ghost hunts, paranormal investigation. That's your chance to say, you know what, I want to sit in Quaker for 4 hours.
Right.
Well, there you go.
Vendors are going to be gone. It's going to be quieter. It's
Exactly.
like it's going to be a whole different place, and the spirits even will be talking
supercharged.
Yeah.
So the celebrities that are going to be doing the ghost hunts is going to be the same on each night, or are they?
Yes,
going to be
Friday and Saturday they should be. They're tentatively to be the same. They may rotate, but once again, with the celebrities, it's their discretion. I know the one year we were supposed to have Grant for like an hour, and he just stayed for 2 days. So
yeah, it was great.
But once again, it's their discretion. So when that's why we strive to make sure they're having a wonderful time, because then they hang out and they give us, they like to hang out more with their fans, which is always good.
Yeah, that was cool. I had a great time, and which is why I'm like, I got so excited when this was announced, and just excited to see my friends again. I mean, it really is a big, huge family reunion too. You know what I mean? And all the people that are included. So I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. Can you buy tickets at the door?
Yes, but only if they are available. So the general admittance tickets most likely will be available. But I expect that VIP is going to be in very short supply. And like I said, the Supernatural is going to be sold out in the next day or two.
And what about parking? Like people parking, attendees, like there's going to be plenty of, they come into
ample parking. Plenty of parking for everybody. It's all strategic. We have handicap accessible parking. We do ask our guests, though, to let us know that they need those accommodations. We have no way of really telling unless you tell us. Because our parking guys are sharp, but finding that little placard sometimes is, plus
there's a million of these guys.
Yeah. Well, plus maybe they don't want, some people don't want a handicap parking spot. I'll park with everybody else.
Yeah.
So we want to remind people that if they need an accommodation, not only do we encourage them to ask, we genuinely take joy in helping them and making sure that we're taking care of all of our people.
Absolutely.
So yeah, just bring it up. If you need an accommodation, hey, even if you don't have a handicap sticker, hey, I didn't realize how far this walk is. Can I park closer? Well, yeah, let's talk. Let's get you over here,
Yeah.
So Our vendors will have their own parking area. It'll be haunt parking for the Paracon. And to answer that question of is it haunt parking or overnight investigation parking, it'll be haunt parking.
Now,
parking lots.
That big field too.
Yeah, that means the big field. Yep.
So, like, is that where like we park? We would
Oh,
park
no. So our staff members have their own parking area.
Oh, okay.
The vendors have their own parking area. The celebrities have their own parking area, and then our guests have their own parking area.
Oh, big question: are there working bathrooms in Devon?
No. We're working on stuff, but no, there's no working bathrooms.
Come on, Tim, you gotta go a little faster.
Oh, I'm trying my best, but we're prioritizing stabilizing the buildings.
At one point, and I was like all over that. Like,
first we stabilize the buildings, then we put in some windows, then we work on plumbing. It's all in order, guys. It's in order. I'll tell you what though. If we have a gangbusters Paracon and we have this amazing event with so many people visiting and supporting Pennhurst, probably the next time you come for next year, we'll probably have a bathroom for you.
Yeah, right.
Fair enough.
I mean, yeah, it sounds like it's going to be awesome. I'm excited, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. I don't care, what happens, what goes down. It's definitely going to be a monumental event of 2023 for sure.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're going to be kicking yourself in the butt if you don't go.
Yeah. So
don't miss out.
Jing, I know you're watching and you're in Indonesia. Fly your ass over here to Pennsylvania and
Joan's flying up from Florida to come, and she's got we
have a lot of people
supernatural.
Yeah, I'm driving in from Michigan. So.
Yeah.
We're gonna be driving out to Michigan.
Yeah, we gotta definitely.
You have to you need to let me know when. I can't wait to have you guys check out the place. We have such a great crew. So
tell everybody really quick, Tim, not just are you involved with Pennhurst, but you also have another location that you run and manage and all that stuff.
Absolutely. So as the operations manager at Pennhurst, I had the very unique ability, once again handed to me by Matt Herzog, big thumbs up because Matt's the guy, where I get to travel out to Michigan and run one of the most haunted mental asylums that ever existed in Michigan, called Eloise Asylum. The final building there is 150,000 square feet, 5 stories, and it is a extremely haunted location. I mean, extremely haunted.
I do well with asylums for some reason.
Yeah.
So we kind of copied our what we do at Pennhurst with our own investigations and our own team of investigators that host them. We do the same thing out there. We have a wonderful team of paranormal investigators and event staff who help run those events. And yeah, check it out, EloiseAsylum.com. If you're in the greater Michigan, Midwestern area, it's a great place to investigate. Public investigations every Saturday. I mean, you can't beat that.
And escape rooms.
And we have 2 of the best escape rooms in the state of Michigan, without question.
It's a real escape room, everybody. A real one. Go ahead.
I don't know what a pretend one is.
Wow.
So our escape rooms, we have 2 of them, and they are absolutely amazing. We're very lucky that our production team for our haunted attractions was able to tag in on these escape rooms. So the Asylum attraction is actually like 7 rooms that you have to navigate through and solve puzzles and solve mysteries to hopefully escape. I hope so. And then the other one is called the Heist, where you're exploring some of the history, the real history of the building, because the X-ray machines used in medicine were kind of real big at Eloise, and Eloise was one of the first places to use them. So we have the nefarious Dr. X-ray is trying to make basically this big X-ray bomb, and it's your job to defuse the bomb and steal his plans. Cool. So very exciting, very, very fun for everyone, age appropriate for everyone. Doesn't matter if you're good at escape rooms or bad at escape rooms, you're going to have a blast. So if you find yourselves there, come visit.
Yeah.
She's gone to every escape room, I swear, on our coast. And she's got that brain for that. I'd be still stuck in the first room, and she's already done and outside waiting.
They'll give you tips if you ask. They'll give you a helpful little nudge in the right direction.
The only reason, and I'll clarify, the only reason I was saying a real escape room is because there's a location that says they have an escape room, but they don't. It's not a real escape room.
I gotcha.
It's still kind of like, you're just walking through, but
Yeah,
yours
yeah.
is you get clues. You have
Oh
to
yeah,
get out,
yeah.
You have to. That's why I was like clarifying the
Teamwork, problem solving, adventure, mystery, all wrapped up in an incredible movie set quality location. It's incredible.
And are we going to be doing a Paracon out there too?
We are very much hoping to expand into the Midwest with a Paracon. The site is gorgeous. It's incredible. It's strategically located right by the airport, right near Detroit. It's absolutely big enough. We're very excited for the potential of a Paracon out there. So it's in the works.
Nice.
All right, we're in.
Well,
let's concentrate on this one first.
Yeah. We'll talk about the Eloise, the 2024 Eloise Paracon sometime around May 22nd.
You gotta think ahead. You always gotta be, going.
Yeah. Not that far ahead. I am at a hard stop to May 21st right now. There's nothing after May 21st. We have to get this done.
I mean, it's like so not far away either.
No, we're like 4 weeks. We are 1 month away. We are 1 month away.
I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. It's going to come so quickly, and then you're going to be like, oh, I want to rewind time and go back.
I know.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you so much for coming on.
Of course.
Jim, I now love you, Jim. You're now, I love you. So thank you for coming on. Gina, I love you so much. I just laid down traffic for both of you. So you guys,
calming.
This was great.
Like so calming.
Oh, absolutely. I would not have made it through that first Paracon. Honestly.
Yeah, they've been great, and so I'm excited for this. I've been waiting for this one, so I'm like, yes, this is great. Nobody does it.
Asked every year.
Look at me, I'm crying. I'm crying. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's great. You have your three events a year that you just you have to go to. It's the Pennhurst Paracon, the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash, and then Para Unity. I mean, those 3 events are just they're great. You can't. They all have their own thing, but they're all just as amazing. So I hope everybody gets a chance to experience it. What?
All our friends and family.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
they're going to be great. So thank you guys. And 1 month we're going to kick some butt.
I'm excited. It's gonna be a fantastic time for everybody. We at Pennhurst universally, our whole team from the owners all the way down to our staff, we are so excited to welcome everybody, and we are so excited to show the progress with the site, and to just have a place where people can have good fun and an honest good time.
For sure.
Doing something really fun.
Yeah, dropping that Jack Osborne bomb today.
Right? Right?
I was like, what?
Matt does not mess around. He does not mess around. When we're going to do something, we're going to do it 100%. And we already had some of the biggest names, and then you just add in Jack Osborne, and it's like, wait, what? Seriously? Like, that just talk about kicking it up a notch. Like, wow,
Yep.
For sure.
Amazing. Pretty amazing. Yeah, so all the ghost hunters, new and old, you know what I mean? Like
it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
All that Destination Fear, all them kindred spirits,
ghost hunters.
I mean, it's just Mountain Monster Men too. So all of you guys that love the Mountain Monster Men and the cryptids and the hunting in the woods and talking about South. Okay?
Those guys are amazing. I'm telling you,
they're fun. Oh, they are so
fun.
much fun. And they'll answer everything, and they'll lighten up the place. That's for sure. So it's just going to be nonstop action.
I do want to say I want to ask a question, not for myself, but for just because I know people probably will ask. Are people allowed to bring food, drink, alcohol on premises.
No,
Put it out there,
No.
you can say it.
No. So obviously the ADA level concessions are made for people with severe dietary restrictions, but no food, no outside beverage. We're going to have plenty to eat, plenty to drink, and no alcohol, because I got to be honest, investigating and alcohol doesn't mix.
No.
So
100%
Well,
no.
alcohol and running an
And
event
if you-
doesn't
yeah, and
mix.
if you do
Alcohol and
come-
people,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't.
If you come and you are drunk, you will be escorted off.
we do have a really great security team, and we do have a check-in security kiosk. So although you are welcome to bring your cameras and your investigative stuff, we are going to be checking bags. So don't bring any weapons, don't bring anything that, just let's just be smart and not set ourselves up to have a less than good time at our Paracon.
Yeah, for sure. Make it easy for the staff,
Exactly.
But then it holds the lines up, and then
Yep.
everybody hates you. It's just like, you're that guy. Everybody's gonna
Yeah,
do
don't
it
be
to
that
you. Don't be that
Yep.
guy.
Yep.
No, we all want to have a good time. We all want to get in as much as you possibly can. Don't forget the vendors. The vendors are insane. There's so many different types of vendors.
Yeah, I'm incredibly excited for the vendors. I know who I know their products. I read their descriptions. I am never going to financially recover from the vendors, because I'm just going to be throwing money out, grabbing things like, this is incredible, I want this, and this is incredible, I want this, and oh man.
Kitty, I get that.
I'm gonna the next credit card that comes in the mail, I'm just gonna call and open it up and be like, all right, this is for Pennhurst.
This kitty butt. Look at that kitty butt.
Well, Megan, you are a vendor.
Right? All of this stuff. We have so much equipment that we're bringing to, because we're going to have a table. You got to put us in a good spot.
Of course. Everybody. There is no bad spot. I can't stress that enough.
Yeah, but no,
there's no bad spot.
Even in work, we're going to have people queuing in and taking over our tables so that we can do our job,
Yeah.
But we do want to sell some equipment so people will have stuff to investigate with there, too, if you didn't bring any. So we are super excited about everything, and good and seeing you again too, Jim and Matt.
Oh yeah. Well, it's been entirely too long. Sorry, I'm trying to plug my phone in here.
No, it's okay.
It's been too long.
So I want to thank you. Thanks, Matt, for watching, and thank you, Matt, for hosting a wonderful event, and for everybody's hard work that's putting into this, and getting the guests and selling the tickets and keeping this. We're gonna rock it. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, we are. And again, all our worker bees, our Ghostly Excursion worker bees, hit me up real quick. We got to make a group chat about everybody and get everybody on board and what we're doing.
Looks like my phone's gonna die.
Yes.
But thank you guys so much for having me on. I appreciate it. Yep. Good night, everybody.
I can hear you.
So it's great to have Jim come on. I knew that was a good idea.
Yeah, no, that was a great idea for sure. I mean, he answered a lot of questions and stuff. But if anybody else has any more questions, it's operations@pennhurstasylum.com, or reach out to Bob and Gina. They'll try to help you out. Or you guys can always find the answer, obviously. You guys are talking to everybody and the owners and the staff and all that stuff. But
but we will figure it out, right? Everything, everyone is very accommodating at Pennhurst. Like the geophone's going off in the background. See the vibration?
Yeah.
Bob's going off. Bob's going to have a cigar.
Bob's going to have a cigar.
Bye. All right. I'm going to go too. I'm going to go eat my dinner.
Thank you very much, Karen. I love you.
Thank you. And I can't wait to see you guys. And I'm excited. And I hope everybody watching gets their tickets and joins us, because it's going to be fun. You're going to miss out, because I'm going to post 1,000 pictures and make you jealous.
Yeah. Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy
that misses out either. You better be there. Get your tickets. And if you want that supernatural VIP, that is the ultimate.
That is for sure.
The ultimate.
All right, guys. I love you both so much. And I'll see you soon.
Yep. Watch us tomorrow night, Foxton.
Yes, Fox. Oh yeah, Foxy.
Foxy.
Dun, 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 dun. You should make that your your song. Foxy lady. I love you.
Love you too. All right. Buonanotte.
See ya.
Bye.